Good morning, namaskar. First of all, let me thank Nalcon for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. When I talk to this sort of a crowd, what I call the youngsters, when I see, I address them when I go to the universities, I call them as 21st century India. But when I come to Nalcon, I thought young faces, I should call him digital India or digital Indians. First of all, I would thank again Nalcon once again for giving an opportunity to talk to you. And our friend Janardhan Swami is there. So he has set in a pace for the presentation today. So is the slide there? It's there already? Okay. I'm not able to see that, so I don't know. Okay. First, I would like to claim, or I can say disclaim, what I'm saying here today as an individual, as an Indian. And in a lighter vein, I'll say I'll talk to you from Dil se, not Dilli se. Okay. So, what I'm saying as an Indian, what you should feel and what we are doing, but the background, okay, I'm in the government mind is there. So, I'm claiming a disclaimer, so that's the thing that's the reason. Now coming back to the topic of today, we're going to talk about Nalcon means cyberspace, internet, and all those things. Let me put a preamble to that. Today we are working in what I call is a network world. This slide is there? It is there? Or otherwise, Amit, why don't you? We are working in a network world where the rapid development on information technology has made in. Well, as you are aware, everybody is aware of basically our processor are going very fast now. Every 12 to 18 months we get into development of the processors which are double the speed and the processing capacity. The Moore's law, basically we are governed in electronics for the Moore's law. Then we have got bandwidths doubling every 12 months, even faster than that. These things are happening. And when we are talking about these things, we the people, what I'm calling as our generation, I call A to D people, because we started working in analog. I'm not as old as our friend introduced me, not 1947, I didn't finish my BE, but 74. But when we are called A to D people, we had all analog systems. We slightly moved in digital systems. Now, the generation which I call maybe post 90s or 2000, which are coming to generation means which is in the productive stage, they are all digital people. So I'm talking an A to D guy to a digital guy. Okay. So from that angle, I'll say that we may consider us as outdated. So that's what I don't want to get into details of the cyber technologies. You feel you are the expert, okay. But as a policy level, what needs to be done and what we are thinking of, I would like to talk to you on that sense. Now, in the network world, again, the recent trends, the IoT is coming in, Internet of Things, and which is going to explode our world. You can see that what happened in 1980, the network was to a very limited extent. Now, if you see the network around the world, it is really exploded into a really mesh which is so interconnected and going into every human being. Now, coming back to the government level, what I was telling that our critical information infrastructure is governed with the internet, what I'm talking about, linked with that. So basically, it depends on the top layer, all your systems are linked to, depends on again the critical information structure and key resources. And then again that in turn reports on the hardware, software, network and control systems. Basically what it says is cyber security and the cyber information structure are linked together so that it becomes homogeneous things now. Whatever I am saying is all it is in the open literature available, so that there is nothing critical on that. Now let me talk about the Indian cyber situation. We in India are thinking that in terms of highest number of internet users now, the third in the rank after US and China. And our growth rate, I don't think anybody will match. It's the mind-boggling. You can see that we are supposed to grow by compounding rate of 44%, right? This is from 2012 to 2017. With the government initiatives that Digital India and all things, we are going to grow at this rate that make it very, very a huge requirement from the government side. When you are having this situation, the security becomes very, very important. Information on the critical infrastructure as well as the services which provide to the individuals in India. That creates second problem. India secures a spot amongst the top 10 spam spending countries in the world, along with the USA. That is also one of their concerns. Now, India also ranked among the top 5 countries to be affected by cybercrime. This is the third problem we have, as per the report of Semantic Corporation. Now, considering these things, where we are going to move in. The next is cybersecurity challenges. Cyberspace, or what we call, generally talk about internet. When it was designed for functionality, the usefulness, how to use it, and reaching people. But never it was designed with a concern for security. The problems we are facing today is because of that. Security was not a concern in the beginning, but now it has become a more concern because we are having a lot of problems. But can you fix the security at the later stage? A lot of debate is happening. Even people are thinking that we may have to create a new internet with the security as a feature. That's also one thought process there globally. But still, we have to live with the system what we have now. Now, again, the internet, particularly I'm talking about in India, we have got innumerable entry points on the internet. How to protect our internet space is our concern. This is one. Now, again, the internet has got access from state, non-state actors, and individual persons. So there is no line which distinguishes for a common man. What I can say is, when you are seeing an object from a distance, if the resolution is not there, it becomes indistinguishable. So what I'm saying is, sometimes in lighter sense, I called it cyberspace is called as patal in our Indian mythology. It is bottomless. You don't have a knowing what is going to happen there. That is the concept is there. So in this world, very dense networks are become very difficult to monitor as well as isolate the what I'm calling blind spots where we can get the attacks and all those things. Other one is, again, the attack technology is outpacing defense technology. See, I'm talking about defensive person. Defense is first for our protection is our important role is there. And when you are making a defense, you have to work armor and an ammunition concept. So sometimes ammunition comes first, the armor comes second. But sometimes armor is designed first so that anticipating some ammunition is likely to be fired at us. So we have to work on both the spaces, armor and ammunition concept. And at present, we can say sometimes with the zero-day attacks and all things, the ammunition is taking the lead. That is there. Then, as I said in the beginning, again, nations, non-state actors, individuals are at a peer level now, all capable of waging a thing. So we don't know. You have to look around 360 degrees, even vertical and horizontal, to come from where the attack is coming in. So that's one major problem. Next. Now, I just wanted to go into these details, but everybody, this is I think, internet on a post-node and era is things are known basically. The warning and the what it can be happening in internet is being exposed to the world now. But I don't want to take any specific things. Examples are given. They are not that any country-wise, I'm saying this country is doing, that country is not. It is not the intention. The intention of me is to show them these are the things, this is the concern in the cyberspace. Please don't interpret it. No, I'm talking about NSA and all thing. It is not. It is a thing I'm giving an example because it is an open forum. It is available. I'm taking that as a thing. These are all things because, as I said in the beginning, internet was not designed from the security point of view. Okay, these are the things and being exploited at present. Can be exploited by the government, it can be exploited by the non-state actors. That's our real worry. Okay, and all agencies, I'm talking about any particular, not about any country, they can get your data and process it. Huge computing powers are being resourced there now, it is there. Now coming into the inconvenient reality. The reality is what I can say, privacy is dead. That's everybody thinks that privacy is there, particularly internet space. Who are the real people, like you people who are getting into the things, we know that you are nowhere your privacy is kept in. I was recently was there in US for some personal visit. One of my friends' example, told me was really eye-opening. He said he booked one ticket, air ticket, about a few months back. And he was supposed to go from place A to place B in US. Then next day, when he was again, he was supposed to fly at 3 o'clock. About 1:30, he got an alarm on his mobile saying that, hey, you are 1.5 away from your flight time, and you are at this place, and between this place and this place there is a traffic jam, and you are likely to miss your flight, please rush. Please understand, he didn't ask information whether this is there. All things was done because he has booked a ticket on internet. That information was there. His geoposition situation is there because he was on the GPS was on in his mobile. So the internet has deducted that this fellow is there, but it is service I'm talking about, not as a negative point. A service that it warns you that you are likely to miss a, please rush. But it is for a common man, it is a very good service. But if you are a security guy, you think on the other side of the mind, it tells you somebody is watching you. In US, they call it Uncle Sam watching you. I don't want to claim many things, but this is the thing, reality. I think you can see that last week there was a Facebook thing also. The Facebook is supposed to be there, makes you most analysis out of you than your friend. I don't know whether they claim it is your wife also. Your likes and dislikes are known to the Facebook better than your friend, because the analysis or the algorithm in a Facebook is analyzed better. Whenever you say that I like this, you don't like this, I like this, all the things. That is not because of, I'm not saying that you are not truthful to your friend, no. Because you are more interacting with the Facebook and you give a more sample data to it. Your friend doesn't have so much data. When you are talking to him, you may be talking to your friend in 10 and 15 days or the things, but you talk to your Facebook or anything account, these are things. So you are giving so much data. The important is that most of the data is available. As I said, that estimate 90% of all personal data is Google, Facebook, and Yahoo. So from this angle, I'm telling you the privacy is dead as a security man, but as a user, it's a huge opportunity. I'm telling you that. That's one. So then I don't want to go into the specific things, but this is a concern. Okay, now I'll just try to go into details of slightly on the current cyber threats. A system is supposed to, vulnerability is man-made, everybody is okay. All this, we have created a cyber, this thing, our internet, it is a man-made and we designed without the security as a concern, so vulnerabilities are there, they're man-made are there. Now we have got two types of systems. When I'm talking about defense angle or as a mind which is working for a defense, the secure systems and the trusted systems. There is a slight difference between these two. A system considered secure it ensures the compatibility, integrity, and availability of the information and functionality all the time. And security is absolute property. A secure system is either secure or not. We can say that way, it's hard, 0 and 1, digital. But a trusted system always does what it is supposed to do. Okay, you can say that you trust your friend. I'm not saying that friend is secure, but you can trust on him because he will not do anything what you are not supposed to do. Even he may be having some lot of insecurity features, but you can depend on him that he will do what he wants to do when you want him to do. So that's it between. So we try to prove the system should be trusted. Okay, but trust is not an absolute property as like a secure system. It can go into that. So from the present system of critical instructions, what is the problems we have got? Root cause of all vulnerable systems, I have tried to elaborate one or two things. In Indian scenario, I'm talking about all the things are Indian scenario. As I said, I'm talking to you as an Indian here. Basically, we have ICT components in all our networks, routers, switches, even the computer system. Since the manufacturability and all was not there in India, we have got bought out systems. So when you bring systems which we are not got all the details about, we expect, as again as a defense system, that something is vulnerable. So the vulnerability is beginning from the systems which have been buying from. I'm not saying a system A, B, or C. No. This is the inherent property of a security when you are talking about that any system bought out, we have to see from the vulnerability angle. So that is one major thing is there. And all these systems are the commercial systems, what COT systems, are not designed to operate in the presence of targeted attacks because we are not specifically designing for them. So we are not saying designing a system from the security angle. That's second. And they are all rarely evaluated for security properties. When you are talking buying in a PC, we don't ask any, the evaluation is done only for speed, processing, data analysis, this, that, and all is there. He doesn't grade you from security analysis, right? But when I'm talking about defense system, these are the concerns of us. So from this angle, we say these bought out systems are too vulnerable for use in critical infrastructure. That's our, I think I made the 3-layer things. Ground layer, I'm saying the components are coming, they are all of these things. That's our mindset there. But functionality is important, so they outweigh the things and the cost. I'll come to the later why the cost effect it comes in. Okay, right now I'm not talking about that, but why you are using the system is because one is we do not have the systems, indigenous systems, okay, with built-in design in India, what make in India, what our friend General Swami said, that I'll come to later. Because one is functionality, they are required all globally interconnectivity is required, so we are not having that, so we are having this. Now, because of these doubts, vulnerabilities can be exploited by, again, I'm not saying state or non-state or any individual. But what we require to do is now acquire and deploy systems with focus on cyber security. That's one of our concern. Next. Now, with these systems, how to deliver assurance? That's the problem. Challenge is that. As I said in the last slide, most of the infrastructure components are cost-based and cannot be dependent upon from the security angle, but economics makes them use them. Economy makes them us to use them. Okay. And the second option is we do not have so far the manufacturing capability of these systems. We are trying to build in, I'm trying to elaborate some of the things, what actions we are doing in. So important thing is we have to use information assurance technologies to mitigate this risk now. We have to use an IA, information assurance, by design. Basically now when you have to make systems design, we assume that inherently something is there. Always. And you have to use your Unity to make a system safer by having a wrap around that. Okay. And they monitor at the control point so the malicious things will not go, or the system will become trusted. It will not do anything, it will not do when I want it to do. Okay. So that's concept you have to work on, and that is how we work on our design our systems using the cost components. That's one thing. Again, one more problem is the supply chain, which we do not know. We are not controlling the total supply chain. Always supply chain infection can happen in a system. So that is the one basic worry is there, we try to control that also. Now, for trustworthy indigenous systems, we are, as information, as I told earlier, that we do information assurance by design, and we do our own security evaluation. I got out systems, I try to evaluate from the security point of view, the architecture, other things, OS, software, hardware, whether it's safer, that we can do. That's how we try to make our critical information structure safer now. And we do the regular security audit. These are things to how we can protect ourselves. But these are the things mandatory prerequisite now if you have to create cost-based systems in the critical information structure. Now, I will try to talk a few minutes on the building a secure cyberspace. I don't want to go into details. I think you are all security guys. Security of the environment, security of the objective, security specification, how can you protect, all these questions need to be answered. And I would like to say that assurance is about how well you do our safeguard protect against the enlisted threats in the specific environment. That's the key line. So we'll have to work on that. Our approach, system assurance by design, as I said in the things, we assume that a system has a malicious content, design a system with a wraparound so that make our system safer. And inbuilt systems we would like to design on the trusted platforms. We, as in India, as a thing, yes, we are working on the trusted platform. We are trying to make our own processor-based systems. They are there. Then we are trying to make our own OS is there. All these efforts are there now in India. And robust cryptographic algorithms are there. When you are making a communication system, use our own algorithms. We don't use the public algorithms for information passing and all, which are resistant to all modern day attacks, and they are all conservative by design. When I said the conservative by design, that's the thing it hits us, because the designs are conservative, and over design from security, the cost goes high. That's the concern when you are talking about the systems which are for defense application. The cost goes high. Because of these factors, sometimes people are using the cost-based systems also. When you design a particular system for a particular application, the cost goes high. So this is duality principle is there. And we try to do an independent white box evaluation also. When I am saying white box is any system we are using in a product which is used in a system, all that parameters, you should know. That only we can know. Otherwise, if you are having a black box, if uncertainties are there, we will not be able to clear that for the safety requirement. Now, with this, what is the resulting properties we get? Trustworthiness, dependability, and survivability. That's all what assurance, because of the evaluation what you do, and the wraparound what you do. And conformance for the performance, we guarantee those systems. Now, what I'm talking about our capability, we are mature in development of robust high-grade cryptographic process and product devices. That's one thing is we have a strength. All our systems in all the ministries are cryptographically secure. What I call is encrypted well. Even though the cost may be high, but we are encrypted well so that we have protected our system from that point of view. Indigenous algorithms are there. And indigenously architected high assurance platforms are done digital. I mean, what I'm talking hardware wise. Again, we control our LAN and WAN security at the network level. We make the designs of the network so that the precautions are taken care at the physical level, at the software level, and all levels, so that we take care of the design itself when we are making our LANs and WANs. For the near term, software-based security systems are done, as I said in the beginning. We are making our own processor as well as indigenous OS also, so that we can make them more robust from the security point of view. Now we are coming to long-term development being initiated. Trustworthy, secure networking devices, where I want all the support of the youngsters here. It is not, I'm saying that it is a DRDO or any government agency exercise. In this, we require industry, academia, everybody to come together and make this thing here. Okay, next. Now the hard problems. Hard problems that need to be addressed are scalable, trustworthy systems. That's only government agencies cannot do it. We require all the help from the industry and the IT people. The second one you asked from Janardhan Swami said is make in India. This is very, very important. I'll try to few minutes in this. Why I'm telling that, particularly the IPR issues. Okay. When you say that, people say that we are a very innovative nation and India is doing very well in innovative index. But if you see the Thomson Reuters report, recent one, I think about a few months back released, India generates only 3.5% of the global knowledge. I'm talking, sharing with you as an Indian, the concerns as an Indian I have, okay? Compared, I'm not again, any nation I'm taking just for comparison's sake, not for any other political reasons. Chinese develop about 25 to 29%. Okay, the US generates about 30 to 35%. US, they say they are coming down, okay, from 30 to some 29%. India has gone up 1.5 to 3.5%, but that's not sufficient. What I'm telling, the gap is too high. I can share with you, in 1984, India and China were together in the same place, where GDP was same, our patents were same, or our PhDs were same, our research papers were the same. But now, I'm talking about, they are about 5 times. In fact, the fact is, I think in this year, India patented about 43,000 designs, Indian patents, okay, compared to 4 lakh odd from China. We're still 10 times less in patenting. Why I'm saying that? Particularly in cyberspace, the IPR is important. It gives me one layer of security, the top layer of security. Because if your design, I'm not taking state actors only, if it is your own design, then it is compromising that design is difficult for the adversary. I'm not talking about any country or anything. Because, see, for example, I'm making my own processor. When I'm saying that the instruction sets are my own, okay, if the fellow who want to write a program on that, he will have a difficulty in writing because the instruction set is different. Okay, but it is a security point of view is a positive, but a negative point is, if it is a functionality somebody else has to use, it is very difficult for him to use it. It is there, I'm saying. But when your security is a concern, that is a positive point. I'm saying that positive point I'm taking in the IPR issues. Okay. Other point, what I'm saying is why IPR is important is the economics. When you are, I don't know, again I can quote it here, it is all public domain. If you are seeing the Apple, I'm not again as Apple, don't assume that I'm against Apple or something, please, no. I'm trying to give an example of the IPR values to you as an Indians. iPhone 4S, it is in the public domain, some investor from 40 has given. Cost of making a iPhone cost, it is okay. iPhone 4S cost about $649. All Apple products are mixed by Foxconn in China. It is open literature. Everybody, nothing is, not even nut and bolt is made in US, but it is designed in US, manufactured in China. The open literature says that they get $1.78 per hour, the Chinese people who are working there, and every iPhone product get labor cost is $12.5 to $30 per iPhone. And $188 goes in the material cost, all the masala goes in. That means totally, and then again $93 is spent on manufacturing its smartphone. Cost includes the labor cost, transportation, storage, and warranty. That's taken care. Leads to totally manufacturable cost is come to $281. When it's sold to retail, it is $649. That means the Apple gets an IPR of $368 per iPhone. Okay. Why I'm saying this is manufacturing generates jobs, it gives you opportunity for younger people to work. But when you are having an IPR, it generates the economic strength. I'm saying India should leverage both the IPR and the manufacturability. That's what we are making a new coin, a word I'm saying, design make in India. And in fact, when I was discussing with Dr. Kalam about 3-4 days back, he said you should create a concept called create in India. When you create in India, that will assurance of the IP rights and manufacturability. And ensure, as a what I'm called security expert, gives me inherent security, as I said earlier. So I'm saying that why IPR is important is because of this reason, not because of anything else. So we have to make systems built on Indian IPR, and where I expect all the things from help from you youngsters. Okay, we have to make our own search engines. I'm talking about not only the iPhone argument, search engines, emails, ISPs, social media monitoring system. We have to make, because India is a huge economy, right? And our own inherent strength is young people. As our Prime Minister said, our 60% people are below the 35 years of age. And they are most IT savvy. And in fact, I think about a few months back, more iPhones are there in globally than the people on the globe. In the global now, it has crossed more iPhones than one person iPhone. And this is going to explode as the growth of 44%. If you have to do it, then we have to do all these things for India. Then what you require is, again, I don't know, go into details, enterprise level matrices and all things, system evaluation in life cycle and all things. That is the one thing. Privacy aware of security, enable is the thing. Now coming back to my as a concern is, again, the A to D man, I'm talking to a D man, digital man. We have a cyber security requirement, HR, human resource requirement. Acute shortage of resource persons are there. As you are aware that, yes, general purpose people are there. I'm talking about electronic capability in IT, software and all the things. But as a security as a concern, we are limited people. Okay. There is huge necessity of having HR personnel, human resources which are normal computer science background with additional qualification, security as a things. Because if you have to see, we have got about 17, 18 critical information structures are there, all India network. They have to be evaluated, monitored and all the things. We require human resource. Where are we going to get that? Then other one is inadequate research in academia, I'm talking about, as a concern, because we are working with academia, but as I said that, again, that Thomson Reuters, even whole IITs produced 178 patents this year. Okay, that means I'm saying that we should work more on the things, government, academia and industry come together and make our systems robust and designed. So we should have a collaborative thing in that. We require more in this that. Then trustworthy system design we have to do. And again, I don't know how you move about it. There are courses in the satellite form. They are generated and dissipated to all over the students. And maybe our NK network, knowledge, national knowledge network that can be exploited to connect all the, right now it is connected to about 1,500 education institute. The good courses can be transmitted from that and it can go to all the academia. That's what I have tried to think on it. There are all, Moose model is there, all things are there, you are aware of those things. Then again, human resource development, we may have to do specialist in trustworthy, as I told again, build in curriculum, all those things. I don't know, get into details of that next. Now coming to my last favorite slide when I talk to youngsters. It is, again, A to D is generation, what I call it. We are past 55, 60. And when I talking to young guys, I said, it is a law or a wish. I just try to between Newton's law and parallelism. I know there is no comparison with that. Indians can do it. I'm just putting in a wish. Have you proven to the world that Indians can do it? Yes, I said the post-independent generation, what I call post-independent generation, have proven to the world Indians can do it. For example, always we claim that how fast it's true, how far it's true or not, but 40% Microsoft people are Indians, they claim. And all the medical, most of the things, medical professionals in US and Europe are supported by Indians. In lighter sense, in US, Motels are called as potels because Patels are driving them. Nurses, medical services everywhere globally are mostly Indians are contributing. I'm saying we have proven to the globe that Indians can do it. Indian gene pool is good. Okay, globally are done. I said that this has been proven by all our IITians all migrated to US earlier in Europe and all things 60s later, and one of the example is Jaran Swami is here. So we have proven to the globe that we can do it. Okay, so that I call it the first law our generation has proven QED, quite easily done. The second law, Indians in India can do it. Have you touched that? I said yes. The post-economic boom, what I'm talking about 90s, the people who have gone to US, they came back to India, maybe because of the reasons, personal reasons, their parents and all things. Other one is the conditions were better in India, generated for these technologies. IT boom came, and the people who are there, they came back to India. In fact, I'm saying that the 40%, there are about 40,000 people in IBM India itself at the research center. Okay, it is the open forum is that first 65 nanometer technology design, VLSI design, was shipped out of India by TI. First billion transistor processor was shipped out of India from Intel. I'm saying the Indians who came back to India did it in India. You can see in Bangalore or something, you go, the whole Sarjapur road is Intel thing, ARM thing, and all things are happening. The Indians who came from US, again Indians in India who are here, got qualified and did in India. I'm saying the second law, Indians in India can do it, we have proven also. Okay. The third law, which I call it the most difficult law, and I feel that our A to D generation have not proven it. Why I'm telling you that reason? Important thing is Indians in India, for India can do it. Have you done it? I said no. Why I'm saying that no is because the IPR. The IPRs what we generated were not remaining in India. Okay, so my feeling is that let's work for the third law. This is a wish, or I say that these youngsters here should prove that they prove the third law for us. Okay, why I'm saying this particularly, the younger crowd is, all younger crowd is there, at least in cyberspace, let's prove that Indians in India, FARC in India can do it. That helps us economically strong. Cyber security angle also, it takes care of it. Let's prove that. So that is my wish. And again, this is the one, I don't want to elaborate on that. When I'm talking about defense, should you only defend in the cyberspace? That is the, you have to think in your mind. I don't want to give answer for that. The last slide. As I said, security is an illusion. Life is either a daring adventure or it is nothing at all. This is not me, written by a famous Helen Keller. Okay, I try to give you, summarize what was in my mind. As I said, I talked to you today, Dil Se. It is from English people, it is from heart, not from Delhi Se, not from Delhi, and my government thinks I talk to you. I shared my thoughts with you. If you are listened patiently to me, thank you for that, your time. And if you have anything in it on these areas, please be in touch with us. Okay? Thank you.